Yeah, so tonight we've got an interesting one when I was channeling what we were coming up with. And what we're going to be working on is, I did tell some of you, it's the vow of poverty. But the other thing that's come up as well, and I was like, oh my God, are we really going to be doing this? And it's the vow of chastity. Let's all muscle test. Who's got the vow of chastity in
I'm
there?
sure I have. Megan's choking.
Actually, this is something that I've really noticed when working, like Megan North is choking. And I actually, when I felt into it, there's some of us in the group that have this, because if you think of the sacral chakra, right, and the root chakra, it is all tied around like money and finances. So like I know Megan North the other week, it was like the realization for you when it came to I can either have money or love, and it's really tied. So that's why we're working on the vow of chastity as well.
And
But
clearly I've got something to clear because I just choked.
You just choked. Yeah. Like
Wow.
we're working on that, and I can actually feel it in someone's shoulder. So I don't know whose shoulder it is. Whose shoulder's playing up. Hi Vanessa, good morning. Haven't done any tracking yet, but you know our recent shift. Well done. Yeah, Vanessa's had a massive win. Gosh, yes. Let's share this good girl shit. Let's get wild. Love it. But yes, what was interesting with the vow of poverty, I'll give you an example. I had a client, or when I literally first started practicing theta as a practitioner, she came to me and it was a bit like the energy of, okay, let's see if you can do this. You know, she's like, oh, let's see what this theta stuff's all about. And I was like, okay, so, you know, what do you want to work on? She said, I want to work on me doing six figures this year, like earning six figures. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, right. And I was dead nervous. I was like, okay, creator, what am I working on? And I literally saw a past life where she was a monk, and it was a vow of poverty that I had to pull from her. Right. So I pulled the vow of poverty, and she was like, seriously. I mean, she was really like, past life stuff, really. And that was quite interesting. So I pulled that from her. And then about 3 weeks later, we caught up and I said, how are you? And she's like, oh, I've sold my investment property. I was like, oh, have you? She was like, yeah. She said, we actually got 100 grand over the asking price. And I went, there you go. And she was like, oh no, you know, it's supposed to come in through work. I was like, it will come in the quickest, easiest way possible. And then she was like, holy hell, this stuff's real, right? And then she phoned me a few weeks later and she went, that buyer fell through because she sabotaged it. She didn't believe it, that she was like, she needed to really work on some more like worth issues. But then she sold it again and she got 80. So but she's at six figures now and stuff like that anyway. But I do laugh and I go, oh, you know, the monastery, the monk. And it was around, actually, her past life was really interesting because it took me straight back to a time when I was in living in North Yorkshire, and I saw Revo Abbey, all the ruins, and that's what I saw and everything. And it was the past life where Henry VIII was coming and ruining all the churches and stuff like that. So it was around that time as well. So it was dead clear what was going on. But yeah, we had to revoke the vow of poverty. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes up tonight. Yeah, go on, Megan North.
Question, when you're talking about that it doesn't really matter how it comes in, can that also then equate to what's happening with Darren at the moment? Or is it specifically
totally
about me?
because there's a couple of us in this group whose partners have done very well. Put it this way.
Because Darren got a promotion yesterday and a $15,500 pay rise.
Right.
Okay. So yeah,
another one.
I mean, it's not mine, but it,
it still works. Okay, so same with my husband.
Yeah.
No, the universe will, like, you're not supposed to manifest for somebody else, right? But when you're in, and Vanessa, okay, Vanessa, yeah, she sent me a message this morning. So 3 of us, we're a team. So what happens is, basically, we're intimate with our partners, unless you've got vow chastity, right? So if you're up leveling, your DNA, your self-worth is changing. You're intimate with a partner, their self-worth, if they're open and available and they're up for it, their self-worth will change and elevate as well. And the universe will, I mean, that's what I found, from moving from one business to another. Yeah, I wasn't earning as much and things like that. It was starting to come in through different ways. So, like last year, it came in, like I got the exact amount that I wanted, but it came in through the sale of the house. So it doesn't matter which avenue it comes in through. You're still, you're in a joint partnership. Your abundance is your abundance. So yeah, it definitely will happen like that. If you're trying to manifest it and energize towards it, creator will bring it in however it needs to come in. Definitely. So it's exciting. Even if you're not intimate, right? Here we go. Because if you're sleeping next to someone, they're in that 1.5 meters of your energy space, right? So it will still attract. You will also, pass it through into your family and into your children as well. So that will happen. Yeah. Go on, Melissa.
The year, that's when I first kind of connected, like I am now, with any sort of energy work or manifestation work. And there's a manifestation coach that has a course or some stuff with the affiliate marketing business I'm with. And I did those things, and I was doing the magic. I was following the 28 days. I did the magic. It's the daily practices, and I was really rigid with it. And I was like, I had my foster child with me at the time, and I was like, all of my stuff was like, let's get him home. Let's have mum doing everything she needs to be doing. Let's have, I was really, really focused on that. And he slept in my bed every night. He didn't go to bed in my bed at night, but he came in through the middle of the night every single night. He's been home since the 1st of July.
Mm.
I always wondered, was that part of it? Was that part of getting him home? Doing that gratitude work and the sort of manifestation work. Yeah.
Because I know we're focusing on money, but abundance comes in different ways. Beautiful Sky turns up today. Her manifestations that are coming in is all about self-love and nurturing. So, because abundance is health, wealth, time, and what's the other one? Health, wealth, time. Gone brain dead. It's for your health, your wealth, time, and love. Yeah, those are the thing. My husband has a lot of bargains lately. Okay, has had a lot of bargains lately, and my daughter is like a magnetic attractor. Yeah. So if you're in a close energy vortex with your family, it will shift and change. Totally do that. It's exciting. Anybody else got some wins? I love it when there's stuff that happens. Nope. Okay. Let me open up the beautiful space. Okay, I've lit the candle. Okay, close your eyes. Let's open up this energy circle. Oh, God, I just love hanging out with you guys. It's been so cool. Okay, as we gather in this sacred space, we open up our hearts and our minds to the infinite possibilities of abundance that awaits us. We stand in the threshold of this powerful vortex, a swirling channel of energy that connects us to the boundless flow of blessings and prosperity. In this moment, we call upon the radiant beings of 100% love and light, the guardians of authenticity and transformation. We invite you to join us, to guide us, and to infuse this beautiful circle with your wisdom and grace. We're going to call upon Archangel Raphael, the healer of hearts and the bearer of abundance. We welcome your presence. Wrap us up in your emerald green light, soothing and renewing our spirits as we release the old beliefs that no longer serve us. Empower us to step into the river of transformation where our intentions blossom into reality. Emerald green dragons of Archangel Raphael, the mystical guardian of prosperity, we invoke your energy. With your fiery breath, ignite the flames of passion within us, propelling us forward on this journey of abundance. Let your wings of guidance and protection shield us from doubt and any fear as we embrace the path of limitless possibilities. We're going to call upon my guide, Joe, the keeper of the Akashic Records. We honor your wisdom. Please unveil the tapestry of our past, releasing the threads of old karma that has held us back. Illuminate the threads of potential and promise, empowering us to weave a new story of prosperity and joy. We're going to call upon the elements of water, fire, air, and earth, ancient allies of creation. We call upon your support. Please wash away any stagnant energies with the cleansing waters. Ignite our intentions with the flames of passion. Infuse clarity and inspiration with the breezes of air, and ground us in the nurturing embrace of Mother Earth. The dragons of fire, air, earth, and water, majestic spirits of elemental power, we humbly invite your presence. Dance with us in this sacred vortex, leading us your strength and harmony. As we honor the balance of your energies, may we find equilibrium in our pursuit of abundance. Together we step into this vortex of transformation, ready to transmute the old beliefs and paradigms that have limited us. With hearts full of love, minds open to the possibility, and the spirits aligned with the divine flow, we embark on this journey to create more love, joy, and abundance, not only in our lives, but also in the lives of us around us. And so it is. Aho, amen, namaste. Okay. Yes, so I did put in that vortex, people around us. There you go. So it's working. Oh dear. Has anyone come up with some really nifty ideas on how to make money? You know, I asked you to look at that at the beginning. Anyone come up with any nifty ideas? It's got you thinking outside the box. I started coming up with ideas of new programs. No, none of you not being creative. Have I really got to unlock that vow of chastity? Oh dear. One tiny daughter got one money job. She's always 19. Oh, building a shed to rent out for a mechanic for his workshop. Yeah, great. One win. The most creative I got was an Uber driver. Yeah. Still, you know, yeah. Has anyone sold anything? Has anyone decluttered and sold anything? Come on, Lee.
Yes, lots of marketplace sort of stuff. So the other night when I got off our little Zoom, there was like 3 messages for marketplace and things like that. So yeah, I've got people picking up stuff tomorrow. Sometimes it's small stuff. It's like $10 or things like that. But yeah, it's sort of all going.
Yeah. I really struggle with marketplace, right? Before we moved here, my son was awesome. I was just like, oh, Rory, you sell that. Oh, Rory, you sell that. And I'm just like, everything you sell, you can keep. That could be money for university. But he was an absolute whiz on it. I was like, okay. So I need him to come back so he can sell my sofa. Or he needs to just sell it for me out there. Oh, witchy market in the barn. Oh, yeah, that sounds really cool. Yeah, especially where you are in Canada, witchy market in the barn in the fall, witch photo shoot in October. Yeah, I reckon you'll have you could get spiritual people, businesses that would love to use. Have you got a good photographer who could rent your place out for photo shoots? I've put myself on Bark to attract more coaching clients. Yep. Yes, very good friend. So yeah, so collaborate with her, and because your barn's is really nice looking. I reckon you could probably rent that out for even not only photo shoots but for events and things like that. That could work. You could even run your own like day retreats there. You could even get what I'm seeing for you is, like glamping. You could go quite big with that, glamping on your land with the barn. Weekend like retreats, like woo retreats could I could see you doing that. I've already pitched it to my husband. Yeah, I could see you doing that type of thing, definitely. Okay, so should we talk about the vow of poverty? So I did some Google research so I could talk about it more professionally. So basically, a vow of poverty is a solemn commitment, and it's often with religious or a spiritual context where an individual has voluntarily renounced personal ownership and control over material possessions and wealth. This vow is typically associated with religious orders such as monks, nuns, and certain clergy members who choose to live a simple lifestyle, basically focused on spiritual pursuits rather than accumulating worldly goods. So how it can affect an individual can vary, but genuinely, God, I tell you what, Mercury retrograde and my communication, my crystals here. It's basically taking a vow of poverty involves letting go of, like I said, the personal possessions, and then relying on a community or an organization for basic needs, and dedicating oneself more fully into prayer, meditation, and other spiritual practices. And this can actually happen a lot when you look back at healing like the witch wound. So like certain healers, the wise woman of the village. So if you got the job as the wise woman or the healer, what you would do is that you would allow the village to basically support you in all your needs, and all you needed to do was just be there for them through meditation, prayer, and other sort of types of practices. So you basically gave up everything. They provided you a home and stuff like that. And where this is quite interesting, and I've worked a lot on this type of situation, that I sort of tend to, I don't know, this is probably one of my sort of niches that I do with a lot of healers and a lot of women, is that when we start to do the courses, or we start to get more deeper into like a spiritual practice, or we become healers, we do the Theta healing courses and things like that, what that does is starts to activate the lost gifts and the intuition and everything within us. And sometimes, we consciously want, I want to call back that gift. I want to like open up my intuition. I want this and I want that, and this is what I want. But actually you're trying to call back, or you're trying to reopen. You're not really calling it back. You're like basically reawakening it within you, what's lied dormant. But what can happen is if you've been in a past life where you have been this healer, where you have renounced material wealth, if you're unlocking your spiritual gifts and talents, you can also unlock your poverty consciousness as well. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is where it's really interesting. You know, I know a lot of you are healers on this program, but you know, a lot of healers and other women will come to me because they're like, oh, you know, I want to open up my intuition and my channels and this and that. It's really important that we actually make sure that you're opening up the good stuff and you're closing down the bad stuff. So this is why I wanted to put the vow of definitely wanted to put the vow of poverty in this program. So in the past, people would take this vow of poverty for various reasons, mainly because of religious and spiritual beliefs. So one of them would be because they want to be more devoted to God. So many religious traditions teach that detachment from material possessions can bring individuals closer to their God or their deity of source of spiritual inspiration. By renouncing their wealth, individuals may feel that they are dedicating themselves more fully to their faith and its teachings. And sometimes, you know, some really old stuff, like sometimes when you watch like old films and things like that, or you read in the history, and I'm dead history buff me, but they literally gave up everything. They'd even give their life up for God. So that's how deep it is. And if you've also got that from a soul level, but you've also got that in your ancestral line, it's also in the history and the collective as well. So sometimes, you know, you can go into a church and you can feel things. You know, some churches feel great, some churches don't feel so great as well. They also took the vow of poverty because they wanted simplicity. So if you think about certain monks, certain monasteries, like actually, to be honest, some monasteries were very, very wealthy. You know, they had lots of wine. That's why Henry VIII got rid of them all and took their gold, because they were a wealthy power. But yes, they want simplicity. Poverty vows are often seen as a way to embrace a simpler, more focused way of life, unburdened by the distractions of materialism. This can lead to a deeper understanding of one's faith and oneself. And you'll find that like a trigger in someone in this lifetime. So if they're around, Henry VIII stables are right over the wall where I live. I love Henry VIII. Fascinating. What you'll find is anyone triggered by people that are very materialistic? Yeah. Okay. So, you know, that could have been because you've got this vow of poverty stuck somewhere as well. Okay. Yes, Megan North.
So my mother in particular was
She was
very
materialistic.
She was very triggered by it, and then she was really judgmental about it.
Yeah.
So she would, I remember growing up that there was always judgment put on people that had money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So it'd be interesting to sort of follow that back and where that's come. It'd be interesting to see what comes through on the meditation tonight. But yeah, that can be like that. My mother was very wealthy and materialistic. Yeah. What else did I put? Driven. Many people take vows of poverty because of they're in a communal living arrangements as well. By sharing things like resources and living in close-knit communities, they aim to foster a sense of unity, support, and shared purpose. And you can actually see that a lot with people that have enough of the real world or the busy world, and they go and live on a commune, you know, and they want to be like hippies, basically. What's quite interesting, my husband loves the TV show. Oh God, who's the guy? Who's the English guy who was the rower? And he goes to meet people that have literally stepped out of the real world, and they live like solitary lives, and they just live off the land. And it's fascinating watching that sort of type of documentary as well. They're also, what's quite interesting is humility. It actually, poverty vows can be means of cultivating humility, and humility is actually a virtue that somebody needs to learn. So, you know, by taking a vow of poverty, you've learned that virtue in that lifetime, or you needed to learn that virtue in a lifetime, or your ancestor has that virtue that you need. So I'll make sure tonight that we've downloaded everybody that virtue, so it's marked complete, so you're not having to keep trying to learn that as well. I'll put that there so I know that I've got to do that. The practice of taking a vow of poverty dates back centuries, and it's found in various religious traditions. And it can I actually don't know how they take the vow. It'll be different. They'll have different ways to do it, but Christian orders, so people that follow the Christian faith and live together in specific ways. The Dominicans are examples of such groups. They are known for promising to not own much and to live without any material things. St. Francis was also part of the Franciscans who live this way because they want to copy the simple life of Jesus. Buddhist monks. In Buddhism, some people dedicate their lives to certain beliefs, and they promise not to have many possessions, and they let go of their desires for certain things within the world. And this actually helps them to focus on their spiritual growth and their understanding. And also Hindu religions, certain parts of Hindu religions decide to give up their belongings and live in simplicity as well. And they like to live their lives in meditation and self-discipline to reach a state of spiritual freedom. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. Does anyone feel that they've got a vow of poverty? Sky.
I would think I must have.
Yeah. Well, you can pendulum it and you can muscle test it.
Oh,
You have.
I'll do that. It's my
Yeah.
new favorite toy.
Your new favorite toy.
Claire, my middle name is Francis.
Oh. Oh, there's no hope, is there? Oh dear. Well, we're not gonna cement that belief. Oh, Jackie said yes. Okay, you've got one. Yeah. I haven't actually, I got rid of mine, but I'm gonna test. Okay, I'm not gonna test with that one because that's not mine. Okay. Am I using this pendulum to test my beliefs? Okay. I command this pendulum is set to my beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines, dimensions, and every single language. Thank you. Okay, this pendulum is set to my beliefs. Okay. I have a vow of poverty. No, I used to have a vow of poverty. I've dissolved my vow of poverty. Yeah. Okay, let's ask for you. If anybody wants me to ask, am I using these pendulums? No, I'm not using that one. Am I going to use this pendulum to test people's vows of poverty? Yeah, okay. Can I just set this pendulum to Stephanie's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions and every single language, please? Thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. Okay, this pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs. Okay, Does Stephanie have a vow of poverty still activated in her records? Says yes. Does Stephanie have a vow of chastity still activated in her records? No. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to clear this pendulum, please. Okay. And I command that this pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions, and every single language, please. Yeah. This pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs. Yeah. Does Megan North have a activated vow of poverty still active in her Akashics in this lifetime or any other lifetime? Yes, you do. Does she have a vow of chastity? Yes, in this lifetime. On a soul level? Yeah. In a past life? Yeah. Ancestral? Yeah. DNA? Yeah. Yeah. You've got the chastity one as well.
And can you also ask then, have I taken on St. Francis's? Because you were talking about Francis, and I'm just wondering if I've taken on St. Francis's vows as well.
Saying yes.
Interesting.
Okay, so so I'm going to do Cara and Megan North. Right, just clear this pendulum, please. Okay. If anybody wants me to do it, just put your name in the chat. Just need to add, and I'll just go through everybody. Yeah, you check my work. Don't doubt yourself, Melissa. Okay, hang on. Everyone's fighting. Okay, I'm going to do. Okay, let's just clear this pendulum, please. Command that this pendulum is set to Cara's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. There you go. You get to see me in the flesh working. Okay. This pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Cara's beliefs. Okay. Does Cara have an active vow of poverty activated within her Akashic records in this lifetime? Yes. Does she have it from a past life? Yeah. On a soul level, ancestral level? No. Soul level, ancestral level? No. History level? Genetic level? No. Collective? No. Just a soul level. You've only just got it on a soul level. Has she got a vow of chastity as well? Yes. On a soul level? On an ancestral? Okay, so you've got chastity on ancestral. Make sure you write this down. Ancestral on a soul level. Vow of chastity in the genetic line. Yes. Collective. DNA. Yeah, so it's in your DNA. I'm actually seeing that it's in your skeletal. Okay, and back. And it's roughly, not mid-back, it's sort of here, around there. That area, if you could see that on me. Do you have a bad back there?
I do. It's exactly there. I'm telling you.
If I was really clever with my disc numbers, I could probably muscle test actually. Because I do have the book. Because I think you'll need to know which book is it? Which book is it? Where are you? Jump out. This one. I've got the spine. There we go. Okay. Where's it stuck? Okay. L5, L4, L3, L2, L1, L1, T2, 11T. Okay, it's in 11T. And that is kidneys and uterus. So kidneys would be resentment, uterus. So that's where that is in there. Okay, so that's Cara. Okay, just clear that pendulum, please. And can we command that this pendulum is set to Megan Buntine's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, or timelines and dimensions? And all languages. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. This pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs, to Megan North's beliefs, to Cara's beliefs. Oh God, it's like me trying to remember everything. And to Megan North's beliefs, Megan Buntine's beliefs. Sorry, Megan North? No, Megan Buntine. Yes, okay, so we're good. Okay, does Megan Buntine have a vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? Yes. On a soul level, yes. Past life, yes. Ancestral? No, it's not on the ancestral. Genetic? No, just on the soul, past life. Yeah. History collective? No. And does she have a vow of chastity still activated? Yes. On a soul level? Yes. On an ancestral? Yep, so ancestors. History collective? No. Genetic? No. Okay. That's that done. Just clear this pendulum. Let's do Melissa Lee. Just clear this pendulum. Okay, command this pendulum to be set to Melissa's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, or timelines and dimensions, and every single language. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. So it is. Okay. This pendulum is set to Steph's beliefs. No. Megan Buntine's? No. Melissa's beliefs? Yeah. Okay. Does Melissa have the vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? Yes. And where does that come from? A soul level? Past life? History? Collective? Ancestral? Okay, so it's ancestral, it's on a soul level, past life. Genetic? Genetic? No. Okay. And does she have a vow of chastity still activated in this lifetime? Yes, you have a vow of chastity. Is that from a soul level? No. Ancestral? Yes. Genetic? Yes. History? No. Collective? No. Okay, so that's you. Okay, let's just clear the belief. Let's clear the pendulum, please. Do the pendulum. Thank you. Okay, and I command this pendulum to be set to Lee's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in everybody's languages. In any language. Thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. This pendulum is set to Melissa's beliefs, is set to Lee's beliefs. Yeah, okay. Does Lee have a vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? Yes. Gosh. Okay. And where does that come from? Is it on a soul level? It's on a soul level. Is it on a history level? No. On an ancestral? It's ancestor. Genetic line? History, collective, ancestral, and a soul. Okay. And does she still have a vow of chastity still activated in this lifetime? Yes. On a soul level? No. On an ancestral? Yeah, so ancestor. And genetic? No. history, collective. No, it's just ancestral. That one. Okay, just clear that. Pendulum, please. See, that's why, because I was like, oh, I thought I was just going to do vow of poverty tonight, and it was like, nah, you're doing chastity as well. So I can see why, because blood, you got it. Oh. Let's just clear this pendulum. Okay. We're just going to download this pendulum and align it with Marnie's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language, please. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. So it is. This pendulum is set to Lee's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Marnie's beliefs. Okay. Does Marnie still have an activated vow of poverty in this lifetime? No. Does she have a vow of chastity in this lifetime? Yes. And is it still activated in this lifetime? Okay. So does she have a vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? No. Does she have a vow of poverty on a soul level? Yeah. So you do have it, but it's not activated in this lifetime. So you have a vow of poverty on a soul level. Does she have a vow of poverty in an ancestral line? Does she have a vow of poverty in the genetic line? Does she have a vow of poverty, history, collective? No. Okay. And does she have a vow of chastity in this lifetime? Yes. It's activated in this lifetime. Okay. And where does that come from? Is that on a soul level, the vow of chastity? On a soul level, the vow of chastity. Past life? Yeah. Ancestral vow of chastity? No. Vow of chastity, I said ancestral, genetic line. No. Is it only on soul? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I likely have both. Thank you. Can't remember what level mine was on. Doesn't matter. We're going to clear it. We'll clear it on all levels anyway. I likely have both. Okay, let's just do Vanessa's. Just clear the pendulum. Okay. I command the pendulum to be set to Vanessa's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. Okay. This pendulum is set to Megan Buntine's beliefs. No, it's set to Vanessa's beliefs. Yeah. Does Vanessa have a vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? Yeah, you have one still activated in this lifetime. Okay, where's that coming from? Is it from a soul level? It's on a soul level. From a past life? Yes. From a ancestral line? Not on the ancestral. The ancestral? No. Collective? History? Genetic? No, just on a soul level, past life. Yeah. And does she have a vow of chastity still activated in this lifetime? No, but did she take a vow of chastity? Yes. On a soul level? Yeah. Past life? Yes. Ancestral? Yes. And history? Genetic? No. Okay. So it's interesting because I wanted to check, some of you, it was like, no, but I was like, let me just check if it's activated in this lifetime or not. So if it is activated in this lifetime, what I would see that as that it's because it's still activated in this lifetime, it'd be a parallel life that's still going on. And you've got cords that are attached to it. That's how I would see it. So obviously, don't worry, it doesn't matter if you can't remember what level it is. I'm just going to clear it. I'll make the commands to clear it anyway on everything. And then I'm going to I'll quickly talk about the vow of chastity. So the vow of chastity is a solemn commitment, often taken with, once again, religious or spiritual context, where an individual voluntarily abstains from engaging in sexual activities and relationships. This vow is typically associated with religious orders, clergy members, and individuals dedicated to a life of celibacy for spiritual, moral, and moral reasons. So it's a commitment to redirect the sexual energy and desires towards a spiritual and higher purpose. Living in a celibate lifestyle, which means refraining from entering, it can actually refrain from entering into a marriage or engaging in sexual partnerships. So it's quite interesting, the entering into a marriage, having something like that it could actually cause marriage problems for you in this lifetime, or you might not get married in this lifetime as well. Reasons for taking the vow is spiritual devotion. Many religious traditions believe that abstaining from certain activities allows individuals to focus their energy on their relationship with the divine or spiritual growth. It's often seen as a way to draw closer to God or a higher power. And actually in Theta Healing, I think it's in it's definitely in the You and the Creator, is that we had to check the beliefs on I am married to God. Some people actually think that God is their partner. Yeah. It's also can be a sacrifice and a commitment. So taking a vow of chastity is a symbol of sacrifice and dedication. By giving up intimate relationships, individuals demonstrate their commitment to their faith and their religious community. Purity and holiness. Chastity is often associated with purity and holiness. Individuals taking this vow aim to keep their bodies and minds free from distractions related to any sexual desires. Avoiding attachments. In some traditions, celibacy is seen as a way to avoid forming attachments to people or things, which can lead to suffering and distract from spiritual pursuits. Role of religious leaders. Many clergy members in various religions, traditionally take the vow of chastity to focus entirely on their spiritual duties and responsibilities without the distractions of family life. Or some may say, wives. I'm so glad my husband's not listening to this conversation. Examples of those who take the vow. So in religion, like the Catholic Church, so priests, nuns, there can be nuns, there can be monks, often takes vows of chastity as part of their commitment to serving God and the church. Apparently Buddhist monks, celibacy is common among Buddhist monks and nuns. I don't know that specifically, but maybe one of you guys might know that. So that they can also concentrate on their spiritual practices and achieve enlightenment. But some people basically choose celibacy to attain higher spiritual states of being. So vows of chastity is deeply rooted in many religious traditions and can be traced back through history. It reflects a commitment to prioritizing spiritual and moral values over physical desires and intimate relationships. So there we go. Yeah. So I'm actually going to let you sit and pause for a moment and just let all that information just sink in. And I just want you to reflect over your life and just think, now I know the vow of poverty and the vow of chastity. Where in my life could that have been blocking me? Melissa's face looks like... I'm not going to ask you to say anything out loud. You're all right. But I just want you to like absorb that and just like do a timeline flick along your life and go, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. So I can see you all nodding. And also, you know, for my healers and my people that are, you know, deeply on a spiritual practice, have you noticed that the more sometimes you get into a deep spiritual practice, do any of this like flare up? You know, do you find that the more you're doing spiritual practice, money blocks came in? I know a lot of healers. I'm not saying that you guys, but I do know some that struggle with holding on to money. So they can call the money in, but they're happy to get rid of it. That's why I gave you that process at the beginning. What did it feel like to have that energy of money? Who is it? Who do you identify the energy of money with? Yeah, Melissa still looks quite like that.
I'm just gobsmacked at all of it.
You're just, yeah. I can see it always in your face. I can just hear your brain going click, click, click.
Oh,
click.
yeah. My brain's in about 5 million different directions right now, just going, what the fuck?
Yeah. But is it making sense to you? Are you like,
Yeah, it does.
okay,
It does.
okay.
Yeah. And I mean, for this lifetime, I could never claim to have lived a chaste life. But since my kid's dad and I split, oh God, it'd be 12 years ago now, I literally have I had my fun before the kids,
Yeah.
before I met him. And I'm just like, no, not interested. Bye-bye. I got batteries. I'm good. Relationships, I just can't be. I've always felt like I'd have to take energy away from the kids to put into a relationship, and I wasn't prepared to do that. So I don't know if that's tied to these vows or if that's just a mum thing. I don't know. But so I find it really fascinating and really interesting.
So I would say like journal on that and like, you know, start unpicking it and just go, okay, so why was that? And why was that? And things like that, and start to unpick it.
Okay.
And Vanessa's put, I now use pleasure to activate more manifestations. Yeah, and actually that's one of the things that to really rapidly bring in your manifestations at a point of orgasm, because you're in a very high vibe, literally a high vibe. You know, you've raised your frequency so high because your manifestations, you know, what you desire is slightly a higher vibration, and it's you getting yourself into that. So the quickest way, yes, you can sing, you can dance, you can go to a concert, you can go and have fun, but the highest vibe is peaking in an orgasm. Yeah,
because an orgasm is just the highest, closest spot that you can get to pure enlightenment in the human existence. Yeah.
and also the Disney ride Guardians of the Galaxy. 100%. I came off that ride and I was like, oh my God, that was better than sex. My husband turned and went, fun. I was like, oh my God. Honestly, that's how I felt pure enlightenment to be. I've got a friend that's out in Disney at the moment, and I messaged her and I went, you've got to do that ride. And she was like, oh my God, it was fantastic. It was, because it was just so thrilling. Oh dear, I can relate to that. It's so interesting to think that I love or money. Yes, it would tie in with those two vows, totally. I can relate to so much of this at different times in my life. Yeah. I'm sort of glad. I had one coach that it was Vanessa and I know the coach because it's Vanya that taught us embodiment, and she basically, I think it was on our course. Did she? It was definitely her that said it. I don't know if it was on our course or not, or when she said it, but she said basically you want to do like 30 days of having orgasms, and then just see where she tried that out, where your manifestations come at the end of it. Melissa's face. It's just a picture.
I suddenly feel happier.
Yeah, because if you think days you're gonna be an athlete. Oh dear.
I keep having these moments now, Jackie, of what you've just said, like just before. It's like, hang on, honey, I'm just going to get my manifestation list. Okay, go.
On the bedroom wall.
Just hold it there for a second.
Oh dear. I knew I didn't wear mascara for a reason. Oh dear. Oh, I can't read the messages. I'm laughing. I'm so glad it was a yes to Jack because I never really enjoyed or prioritize intimacy. You would really struggle with intimacy in all fair dues. You would, yeah. I thought it's my new favourite toy. Oh. So what you want to do is where you're doing your manifestation. Oh dear. Don't worry. Next call, I won't be asking you anything. How are you getting on? Oh, try them both. I never listen. I would say just put your vision board on your ceiling, knock yourself out. We'll have very happy partners, that's for sure. I know I will. Oh, so that's this week's homework. Yeah, I'm actually going away for the weekend, so there you go. Oh dear. I like your sense of humour, Megan Buntine. Oh, let's have a competition to see how many we can have between now and Monday. Oh dear. All right. So we're ready to list some of these vows. Yeah. Right. I need to get serious now. Do some channeling, but you have made me laugh. All right. Close your eyes. I'm going to take you back into a regression. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do it through the Akashic records because I think that's easier. So just see, sense, feel, know. We'll do the vow. We'll do it all in the same meditation, but we'll do the vow of poverty first, and then we'll do the vow of chastity. So it might be the same life. It might be a different. And like I've done before, I'll bring all the lifetimes that this has been the case, and I'm going to put everything on the table, and then we'll just get rid of it once and for all. Yeah. Okay. All right. I was going to say we'll have a happy ending. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to say that one. Oh, I'm in cheeky mode tonight. Oh, okay, I'm going to close my eyes. So I'm serious. Okay, all right, close your eyes. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and you're going to just imagine that you're pulling energy up from the soles of your feet. And the energy has come from the center of Mother Earth. And that energy is filled with a beautiful crystal. So we're using the amethyst crystal today or tonight. So I just want you to see, sense, and feel that beautiful amethyst crystal coming all the way through all your body. Okay, and we're going to start the root chakra. So you're going to have a chakra cleansing. Okay, so just pull that beautiful amethyst crystal all the way through your body, starting off with the root chakra. We're going to see, sense, and feel it spinning anti-clockwise, releasing anything that is heavy, stagnant. Anything what has sort of started to trigger that root chakra from the conversations around the vow of poverty, the vow of chastity. We're just going to see that now gently spinning anti-clockwise like a vortex, just releasing, releasing, releasing. Okay, and then we're just going to pull that beautiful amethyst crystal all the way up through into that sacral chakra, and we're going to spin it in an anti-clockwise way. Beautiful vortex. Once again, anything that's heavy or stuck in that chakra, in that body part, that's related to the vow of poverty, the vow of chastity. See, sense, feel that starting to release. Okay, and I'm actually being shown that we're going to call in beautiful moon energy as well at the same time into that chakra. And we're going to just calm everything down. That beautiful feminine divine energy from the moon. Bringing it down. Really cleansing and releasing. Good. And then just bringing that beautiful amethyst energy from the center of the earth all the way up into your solar plexus. See it spinning in an anti-clockwise vortex, just gently releasing, releasing, releasing. Anything that's heavy, stuck, stagnant, stuck. Any cords or hooks, draining of your powers. Anything that's draining you of your manifestation powers in that chakra. Okay, just going to cut cords to that, releasing, releasing, releasing. Good. And then just once again, pull that beautiful amethyst earth energy, crystal energy all the way through into that heart chakra. See it spinning anti-clockwise, releasing the heartbreaks of all those lifetimes where you've taken on vows of poverty and chastity. Okay, releasing any disappointments out of that heart. Releasing, releasing, releasing. And then just keep pulling that energy all the way up, that beautiful amethyst energy all the way up into that throat chakra. Okay, so some of you have got cords around that neck. Okay, I'm just going to cut those cords from your neck, release yourself from those braces around your neck. Some of you have got like metal chains. Okay, release. And some of you have got feelings that you've been chained to these vows through marriage, through forced marriage. Okay, just let that all go. Good, let it go, let it go. Okay, and then just going to pull that beautiful amethyst energy all the way up now into your third eye. See it spinning in an anti-clockwise, starting to open up that beautiful third eye. Good. Then finally just pull all that energy all the way up through to your crown. See it spinning in an anti-clockwise. Just allow everything to open up. Okay, and we're going to just now pull all beautiful amethyst energy all the way through your whole body system. And now we're going to spin every chakra clockwise. Feel it going through your whole body system, your whole aura, And your chakras are going to the perfect size that are right for you at this present time, with ease and grace in the most loving, gentle, easiest way. Okay, and I want you to drop into your body. I want you to connect in with that heart chakra and that third eye. And you're going to see that third eye starting to spin, seeing that beautiful purple light, using that amethyst crystal energy to open up that spiritual third eye. It's getting bigger and bigger, clearer and clearer. And you're going to step into that energy portal, that beautiful purple portal going all the way through, walking through that beautiful tunnel. And we're going to call in your angels and your guides to take you along this corridor. They've been waiting so long for you to do this process. As you get to the end of the door, you're going to feel Creator's energy come down from 7th plane. He's going to open that doorway. You know it's your doorway because it's got your full name and your date of birth. And as you go into that doorway, you're going to see your Akashic Record guide in front of you. Might be one, might be many. Okay, take them by the hand, allow them to lead you into the room. You see all the records, all the files. You see that beautiful fireplace. And they've lit a fire for you. And in the corner, there's a beautiful dragon, an earth dragon. Beautiful green dragon, just there, waiting. You're going to go and sit at the table. And you're going to ask your Akashic Record guide. You've got your angels there as well, to go and fetch all the records of any lifetime where you've taken the vow of poverty. You're going to see them go and get the books, the records, the files, the scrolls, the tablets. You're going to come back and place them on the table in front of you. And you're going to ask the guide to direct you to the one that has the biggest energy charge around it. You're also going to welcome in your ancestors that also want this healing. Or in the genetic line, it's going to be changed within you, so it'll activate in the genetic line. So anybody that wants this in your family line, we're going to do it under the law of grace and mercy. So see, sense, feel, know that record in front of you. So you might just want to place your hands on that record. You might just want to feel that energy. And it's going to take you back to a time and a place where you took that vow. 1, 2, 3. Feel that energy. See the colors, feel the vibration. See the pictures. Sense. Know. Listen with your whole being. What happened to you in that lifetime? Why did you take that vow? What were you learning? What virtues did you need? How long have you been carrying this vow? Was it for religion, to be closer to God, to reach enlightenment, to reach mastery? Is it a karmic debt that you're paying back? Just take all the information that's coming through. Okay, so some of you are really feeling it in your throat chakra. So first we're going to command an instant healing on that throat chakra, where some of you were forced to take this vow. You had no choice. It was either a matter of life or death, or you had to save your family. Okay, so we're just going to allow that to all start to be healed. We're going to call in Archangel Michael to cut the cords to that. So feel that cord attached to your throat chakra into that record book. So you're going to cut the cords to that. Use his sword. You cut it. You can take your power back. Good. Well, that's starting to feel better. Some of you, it feels like there's all snakes around you and the book. Okay, so we're going to call upon the lords of karma to release you from this, any curses placed upon you by removing this vow of poverty. Under the law of grace and mercy, this is going to be dissolved, discreated, and sent to the light. Anywhere where you're carrying punishment, release that. Okay. And you're going to release yourself from a crown of thorns. So some of you have been like praying in a past life to Jesus for his suffering, so that you must suffer. So you're going to release yourself from that crown of thorns. Okay, and you're going to place that crown of thorns into that fire there in that fireplace. Because that's not God's truth. He wouldn't want you to suffer. So we're just going to do a big swoop of all the lies that you've been told over lifetimes, religious abuse. We're just going to just start vacuuming that out. Good, that's just going great. Well done. It's all coming out of your crown chakra. Just let that go. All that religious abuse. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Take deep breaths. Move that energy. Feel that all down your backs. Letting it go. Okay, and then we're going to call in water dragons, because they bring in high vibrational Christ consciousness light. So we're going to flood your whole body system with truth. 1, 2, 3. Breathe, allow, receive. Good. So we can't change what happened in that lifetime, but we can change the energy, the electrical charge that's still attached to you from that lifetime or any other lifetime. So I want you to turn the switch off. You just get to turn it off. You don't have to do anything, be anything, say anything, or do anything. Just turn it off. We're going to call upon the water dragon to cleanse all those records in front of you of all the emotions around the vow of poverty of those lifetimes. And feel that water coming all the way through, just cleansing all the emotions, all the charges. Good. We're going to release that on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language from your whole body system under the law of grace and mercy. Thank you, is done, is done, is done. You're going to see your guide collect up everything now, place it back on the shelves. And he's going to lock them away. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Now you're going to ask the guide to bring forth anywhere in any lifetime the vow of chastity, the records related to that vow. And he brings them back, places them on the table. And you're going to ask him to hand you the one that has the most charge to it, has the strongest hold in this lifetime or on a soul level. Place it in front of you. Place your hands upon it. Feel the energy, feel the charge. And you're going to see, sense, feel, know what happened in that lifetime. 1, 2, 3. Just allow the information to come through. Okay. We're just going to pull divine energy into the gut, the liver, the kidneys, and we're going to release resentment. Just feel that all that resentment just leaving your whole body system. It's in the past. And any of your ancestors that want this healing, ask them to step forward. We're going to command an instant healing on that sacral chakra. Anywhere in that sacral that you have the mixed messages between love and money, self-worth, self-respect. Good. Feel your whole body changing under this energy and this vibration. All your cells, all your DNA, all your neural pathways are starting to completely change, rewire your whole body system. Yeah, keep allowing. This is it. It's a big activation now. You're going to start to see yourself in a whole new light. Taking it back in with that heart. Just allow, receive. You feel that activation going off in your throat chakra. Changing and spinning in your third eye. Okay, some of you, you're really starting to awaken under this activation, your intuition to another level. Just keep allowing that to happen. Gosh, it's like some of you have been so dormant for lifetimes. Okay, you're just going to pull in all that beautiful divine feminine energy that's really, really powerful. Just keep calling it back across space and time, places and events. And just keep pulling that energy in. Just keep breathing it in, just keep allowing, keep taking, keep receiving. You're just going to expand with this energy. It's just moving you out of that lower vibration into a higher vibration. Very good. Once again, you're going to ask the water dragon to just wash all the emotions from those lifetimes away from you. And then we're going to ask the earth dragon to come forth and just ground all this new frequency back into you. So just imagine that this earth dragon is in front of you, this beautiful green dragon, and you're just going to place your left hand in the middle of his third eye. And you're going to just feel all that energy just now grounding you in, making you feel so strong. That this is who you are now. No ifs, no buts. You're powerful in your decisions. You're powerful in your voice. You're powerful in your movements, in your stride. You're powerful in your visibility. You're confident. And I wanted to say a few affirmations to yourself, just in your mind's eye, how you feel right now under this energy. You're going to ask. You're going to ask your Akashic guide to bring forward this lifetime's Akashic records. And you're going to write into that Akashic records that you have mastered the virtue of humility, accepting our lessons and being thankful without boastfulness. And your new beliefs that support this virtue is, I have Creator's definition of humility. My definition of humility is the same as Creator's. I'm comfortable with humility. I'm comfortable being humble. I know how to live my daily life with humility. I know how to live my daily life being humble. I'm worthy of humility in my life with humility. I'm a humble person. I live my life with humility. I'm the master and virtue of humility. I know what it feels like to have humility. I am safe living with humility. I know how to live with humility. And that's going to be downloaded on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every language. And I want you to also feel the energy of that virtue going into your life records in this lifetime. And I also want you to send energy to any other record that needs that updating. We're also going to command that we break any curses that are stopping you living an abundant life, any psychic attacks. We're going to ask the fire dragon to just burn that energy away from you, to keep you safe. Thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. And you're going to step up from that table feeling strong and powerful, but with grace and dignity. You're going to thank your Akashic guide, your angels, your dragons. And you're going to come out of the room, close the door, come back through the portal. You can see yourself at the end of the tunnel. And you're going to place yourself back into that body, that beautiful, strong, powerful body. And as you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, taking a nice deep breath, having a big stretch, and in your own time, just come back to me. No rushing. Just open your eyes when you're ready. Was that a happy ending? Oh, that was cool. That energy was, I could feel that energy going in me. Did you get some answers? Anyone want to share? My leg was bouncing around like it was being. Yeah, you definitely feel everything through your body, don't you? You're a body girl. Yes. And it would be really important for you to, Melissa, to actually move your body. And like yoga will be really good for you, and somatic exercises and stuff like that would be really, really good. I'm actually following, there's a girl on Instagram that, I don't know, just happened to fall my way, but she's called the Workout Witch, and she does somatic exercises. And I actually bought her program and I've just started doing it. Oh my God. So it's 10 minutes every day, and it's just gentle movements. But as soon as I started doing movements, I was having flashbacks of like, oh, that's interesting. Like 15 years ago, I was sort of in my garden, and we had a family argument, and I was like, all of that came up. I was like, God, that was stuck in my left hip. Yeah. So you saw yourself as a wicker witch. Cool. We'll be getting to that in a minute. Love a bit of wicker witch. So I reckon movements for you, because you feel so much in your body, you'll take on other people's stuff in your body. You will be a healer. You will be like using your body, your energy to heal people. Oh, so Stephanie saw herself as a wicker witch. Cool. Saw my valve poverty because I'd rather keep my religion, yeah, than money. Yeah, definitely.
Claire, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If I find these nighttime ones, I almost drift off or something. So if I don't see or get answers or anything, does it still work?
Yeah, of course it does. Muscle test yourself. I have a valve poverty.
Oh, okay. Because I just, like, when I come out of that, I was like, oh, what did I just do? Like,
Yeah. And don't forget, I put people deep.
Yeah, okay. So if I'm not actually visualizing anything, it's still, yeah, okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. But muscle test yourself.
Okay, I will.
That's why or pendulum it or anything like that. My mum was an energy healer, and she said she didn't feel comfortable using pendulums or any other tool because she felt everything in her body really clearly. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll be the same. You feel everything. Yeah. I'll share. Go on then, Vanessa. Let's hear you.
Hello. So poverty vow. I saw myself as a little girl standing in line with like my scroll, and I was waiting my turn, but I felt very confused and uncertain, and it felt like I was like pushed, intimidated, or dominated to take the vow like as a child. So I was like, you know, like groomed that this was going to be the thing, that like this is the thing we do. And so I couldn't see anything else around me except for myself holding the scroll, very like I looked scared and like uncertain, but like, oh well, this is what everybody's doing. It was kind of like follow the line. And then the chastity one, uh I think it was like I saw myself as like little girl or maiden doing my thing, like, out on an acreage. And it felt like my family noticed that I had some sort of different connection than they did with like the spirit world. And so they took steps to suppress this power. And I heard, we don't take from the Lord, we only give. So they were like, oh, she's doing her own, magical things or whatever, and it's like they were scared of that power, so it was a way to suppress it. So yeah.
I mean, if you think in some religions and some cultures, like we didn't live very old, did we, in the olden days? If you got to 30, you were old. So people got married, they married people off in like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Really, girls were having babies at what, 12, 13, and things like that back in the olden days. So you never know, do you, what happens, arranged marriages. And also in some olden times, it's gone then, I was going to say it. When you like nowadays, we take some children take communion, don't they? Holy Communion. well, you know, you don't know what like sort of communions that they did, you know, unless you start researching all like the history stuff. But you know, a lot of young girls saw God as like a masculine figure, as sort of in charge, you know. So you had your father, but you also had God. So, you know, am I marrying God? You know, things like that can happen as well. And sometimes, you know, boys and girls, the eldest would 9 times out of 10, the eldest would take on the family's land. Then the middle one would always probably go to war or join the army, and then the younger one always like went to join the priesthood or something like that. That's how a lot of families, how they divvied them up. And if you had lots of daughters, you send them to the nunnery because you couldn't afford to keep them and things like that. So, you know, you marry them off. So you never know what happened. I'm really drawn to watching all the Viking stuff at the moment, which has been quite interesting. Like watching all that stuff, and then my brain goes, "Oh, okay, this is interesting. Well, where have I had a Viking life?" Because where I lived in the northeast of England, that was invaded by the Vikings, and you know, I was only half an hour from York and places like that. So it's weird listening to all the old English, well, the Saxons, because that's all Wicca stuff. When I read the Wicca books, you know, about Glastonbury and York and all the different places, how Wicca and the pagans got booted out because of the Vikings and the Saxons, and then the Romans came over with Christianity. So that's really quite interesting. So I'm obviously watching this for a reason, learning something at the same time. Cara, the vow of poverty. I instantly was shown Jesus and I felt the crown of thorns around my head. Okay, so it was you that was tuning into with thorn of crowns. Yeah, I saw a lot of you would have had been knelt at the cross and wanting to have that crown of thorns because he suffered, so we must suffer and stuff like that. That sort of, those sort of beliefs. So you saw yourself as a Wicca witch, and you wanted to keep your spiritual gifts rather than the money. Yeah. So not charging for healing sessions. There you go. As well. You'd find it really difficult because you'd be taking money. So if you took money, you feel like you're going to lose your gifts. Information comes clearly with you. Yeah, all cleared. You had long grey hair, a witch, quite old and wise, and you were in charge of the community. Okay, one time's gone. Oh, so have you all muscle tested to see that it's all gone? The skies is gone. You know, you always need a bit of dragon, don't you? The dragons were coming in. Oh dear. I got my dragon book here, and then I wanted to update that, which I did that. Has anybody got any questions? How's everybody going on with the beliefs? Are you all right, Jackie? Do you want to?
Yeah, I just wanted to add something. Yeah, so when you talked about the feminine coming in, it just became really clear to me at that point that these vows are masculine. The vow of chastity and the vow of poverty are all come from the male aspect. Very, you know, so it felt like there was a huge balance for me with the masculine and the feminine. And, you know, even in my lifetimes, one of them I was a woman, but I was put into a monastery, I was put in as a nun as a young girl. But that was around keeping me safe because, you know, invaders coming, raping, pillaging,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
all of that. Yeah. So a nunnery was a safe place for young women. But yeah, it really just made me realize how many of these vows are very masculine. They've come from the masculine energy. So that was a huge energy came in that feminine. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I got that as well. I had
Yeah.
that charge, but that's interesting. So basically, you would have had a belief something along the lines of, by taking my vow of chastity and a vow of poverty, I get to stay alive. I get to stay safe.
Yeah.
I'm not
And survive.
murdered, pillaged, and
Yeah.
raped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
great
So it
point,
keeps you
Claire.
safe. So you're never going to let that. You wouldn't want to let it go. Yeah.
No, not going to have any abundance in that life, are you? Or
No,
fun.
and because that's the thing, yes, they do feel very masculine energies, those sort of vows, but that was because a lot of men were frightened of women.
Of course.
Because if you think we were, back in the day, we were very
We were
psychic,
magical.
very intuitive.
And yeah.
Which we created magic. So they were scared, so they wanted to suppress, didn't they? So yeah, you're right, Melissa.
Thank you.
You got your pendulum. So is everybody okay? Melissa's is cleared, Sky's is cleared. Everybody else checked? Yeah, Jackie's done, Megan's done. Could you please? Yes, from the skeleton. Okay. A command that this pendulum is set to Kara's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions, and every single language. Thank you. It's done. Yeah, just put your names in the chat again if you want me to check. Okay, cool. This pendulum is set. I shouldn't look at it because I go cross-eyed. This pendulum is set to my beliefs. No, is set to Kara's beliefs. Yeah, okay. Does Kara have a vow of chastity? No. Does she have a vow of chastity still active in any past lives? No. Has the vow of chastity been dissolved on a soul level? It's been dissolved on a soul level. Has it been dissolved on an ancestral level? Yes. Has it been dissolved on all levels? Yes. Has Kara's vow of chastity been released from her body? Yes. Has it been released from her spine? Yes. Has it been released from her 11T section? Yeah, it's been released. And it is really weird that it's 11T, a number 11 number. Yeah. Because you know what that means, number 11, don't you? Connection to the divine. And because spine is connection to the divine as well. Yeah. So when people have got back issues, it's normally their connection. Yeah. And it was funny because there was 11 of us on the call tonight. And when I cleared the vow of chastity, I've got a little timer here and it was 11101. I looked in at it. There you go. Oh, I love the 11s. New beginnings, goddess. Yes. I'm going to be really super smart and say my astrology numbers. No, my numerology numbers are 1111. Stick numbers. When my numerologist told me that, I was like, oh yeah. She's like, do you know what that means? I was like, no. She went, oh, okay. Gonna have to tell you that one. I felt my back release during. Okay, good, but wanted to be sure it released. Got tingles. Okay, and Stephanie wanted me to check. Right, I'm just going to clear this. I believe mine have cleared. Okay, just check. Okay, we're going to go through it in order, otherwise I'll get everybody. Clear this pendulum. Okay, can we command that this pendulum gets set to Stephanie's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language? Okay, this pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Kara's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs. Yeah. Has Stephanie got a vow of poverty still active in this lifetime? Has it been removed? Has it been removed from all her levels? Yeah, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions. Yeah. Does she still have a vow of chastity active in this lifetime? Has that been removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions? Yeah, it's been gone. It's gone. All gone. Okay, Marnie, just clear the pendulum. Okay, and command that this pendulum is set to Marnie's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions, in every single language. Thank you. Okay, this pendulum is set to Stephanie's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Marnie's beliefs. Okay, great. Does Marnie have any vows of poverty still active in this lifetime? No. Has she had them removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions? Yes. Does she have a vow of poverty still stuck in her soul on a soul level? No, they've been removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions. Good. Does she have a vow of chastity? No. Has she had that removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions? Yeah, that's all gone. Okay, Megan North. Okay, let's just get rid of that. I need like a little celebration emoji going off. Have we got a celebration emoji on here? Come on, Megan North. You can do the emojis. Come on. That one's for Marnie. Okay. I'll get you working tonight, get you interactive. Okay. I command that this pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language, please. Gosh, this pendulum's had a workout tonight. Okay. This pendulum is set to my beliefs. This pendulum is set to Marnie's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs. Yes. Does Megan North have a vow of poverty still activated in this lifetime? Has the vow of poverty been removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions? Yeah, that's gone. And a vow of chastity, is that still active in this lifetime? No. Has that been removed on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions and every single language? Yes, done.
Sorry, Claire, can I ask you just, could you also check for me then that I have cleared the ones for St. Francis?
Has she cleared the ones from St. Francis? Yes.
Yeah. And also my uncle, who was a Catholic priest, because I tuned into him as well. So I had an uncle that was a Catholic priest and an uncle that was a Marist brother. So I tuned into them too. Can we just see if that's been cleared as well?
On all the ancestors and genetic line? Yes, on her uncle. Yeah, both uncles. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, just clear this. I'll check you, Vanessa. Just clear the pendulum. Okay. I command that this pendulum is set to Vanessa's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language, please. Cool. Okay, this pendulum is set to Megan North's beliefs. This pendulum is set to Vanessa's beliefs. Yeah. Have we cleared the vow of poverty in Vanessa? Yes, on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language. Has that been cleared? Yep. And the vow of chastity, has that been cleared on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language? Yeah. Does she still have an active vow of poverty in this lifetime? No. Does she have an active vow of chastity in this lifetime? No, that's done. Right, Lee. Yay, celebration emoji. It's too technical for me to work that out. I'll have to do a course to learn how to do it. Okay, right. Okay, command that this pendulum is set to Lee's beliefs on all levels, all aspects, all timelines and dimensions in every single language. We've got 11 new messages sat here for me. Oh, I love the 11s. Okay. Okay, this pendulum is set to Lee's beliefs. Yeah, this pendulum is set to Vanessa's beliefs. They're set to Lee's beliefs. Yeah, okay, cool. Does Lee have a vow of poverty active in this lifetime? No. Does Lee have a vow of chastity activated in this lifetime? No. Have we released the vow of poverty on all levels or aspects or timelines and dimensions for Lee? Yep. Have we released the vow of chastity on all levels or aspects or timelines and dimensions and all languages for Lee? Yep, that's gone. Celebration. New beginnings. Felt my back release. Thank you. Oh, okay, you didn't have a chastity one. Great. Oh yeah, I always make sure that I clear everything on all timelines and all languages. I think I've just got in that such a rhythm of saying like a mantra that I just oh, I love the little sexy pussycats, Lee. Definitely got rid of that vow of chastity then. Oh, I love the unicorns. My daughter goes to Catholic school. Very exciting for everyone. Cara, love a rainbow. 11, love it. Yeah, Jackie's celebrating. Oh, thank you, Claire, for your wisdom and friendship. Yeah, we've been on a journey, haven't we, Vanessa? We had some fun. I've got England, I've got Canada here. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Does anybody need me for any questions about the portal, or are we good to go? I know we have. Oh, I've got to do the closing prayer. I know we've been waiting for this moment for lifetimes. I can feel my ancestors celebrating too. Yeah. And it's been great doing it with you guys. I'm having an absolute ball. I don't want it to end. I'm just going to have to create more courses, more programs, so we can all hang out. You feel a sense of freedom, a release. Good. Is anyone going to take up the 30-day challenge? Come on, Melissa, I think you've got to take one for the team.
And how would I report back? I'm not sure anyone else in your
You just need to
would
say my
understand.
my manifestations are really coming in. I've had the biggest income this year so far this month. Got my first day in
How we
already.
go.
Look at you. Oh, there's always one, teacher's pet. Oh dear. You're going to bring me an apple next time, aren't you? Oh dear, ladies, I've had a laugh tonight. I've enjoyed myself. Love it. Okay, let's just close it down, close the circle down. Okay. All right, divine source of abundance and love, as we bring this beautiful, fun, sacred circle to a close tonight, we are filled with deep gratitude and giggles for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We still remain in the radiant energy of this vortex of abundance, and our hearts overflow with appreciation for the transformation and the healing that has taken place within and around us. We thank the guides of 100% pure love and light, whose presence has illuminated our path and guided us through this journey. We want to thank Archangel Raphael, his emerald green dragon, my guide Joe, and the elemental dragons. Your wisdom and your support will continuously guide us in the light of our pursuit of abundance and healing. With our hearts open wide, we send forth a wave of unconditional love and healing energy to anyone in humanity that currently needs it. May this love and fun and joy ripple out into the world, touching the hearts and lives of all as we stand united in this energy of love. May it dissolve any remaining barriers, heal any old wounds, and bring comfort to those in need. We extend our gratitude to each one of us for support and compassion. With a heart full of thankfulness, we release our intentions into the Creator, trusting that our seeds of abundance we have sown will continue to flourish and grow as we step out of this circle and into our everyday lives. May we carry the essence of this abundant energy with us. May we continue to radiate love, compassion, and healing wherever we go, uplifting those around us and contributing to the greater good. And in this moment of closure, we remain connected to the vortex of abundance and healing that we have co-created. With our hearts brimming with gratitude and unconditional love, we offer thanks to this sacred space. Thank you. It is done, it's done, it is done. And so it is. Aho, amen, namaste. Thank you, ladies.